Let's see how we can configure the SMB adapter for the SAP Integration Suite. Today, we will explore how SMB adapter allows seamless connections to SMB servers, enabling you to perform essential CRUD operations on files and directories. To begin, open the Integration Flow Editor and drag the connector from the sender box to the start. You will see a list of pre-shipped adapters and the ones from SAP Business Accelerator Hub. Scroll down to the end of the list and select the SMB adapter. The General tab will provide you with basic information about the SMB protocol used for communication with the SMB adapter. Next, let's switch to the Connection tab. Here, you will need to enter the hostname or IP address of your SMB server. Now select the proxy type from the below options, Internet and on-premise via Cloud Connector. For our use case, we will select on-premise. Now specify the location ID if applicable. You will also need to select the SMB dialect or version, with the highest version being selected by default. Specify the share folder or drive you wish to access. For authentication, currently, only basic authentication is supported. Enter the necessary credentials to connect to the SMB adapter from SAP Suite. Additionally, you can also enable encryption, DFS and signing if your SMB server supports these capabilities. Now, let us move on to the Processing tab, where you can set the required configuration for executing operations. For this scenario, we will select the operation to read file. Make sure to specify the directory. Next, enter the file name that you want to read from the SMB drive. Under Post-processing, you will find options like Delete File, Keep File and Process Again and Move File. Choose the appropriate action based on your requirement. Now, after extracting the content from the file, an API call is made to fetch the response. Now we need to write the response to a file using SMB receiver adapter. For connecting to the receiver adapter, drag a connector and connect it to the receiver box. After selecting the SMB adapter, switch to the Connection tab and enter the required details as per SMB sender adapter. In the Processing tab, you can select from various operations such as Create Directory, Create File, Delete File, List Objects, Read File, and Rename File. For this example, we will execute the Create File operation. You must specify the directory name and file name. Additionally, you can configure existing file handling with options like Append, Fail, Ignore, and Override. During the file creation process, you can choose to ignore or proceed with empty file. Once you have finalized your required configuration, hit Save and deploy. You can navigate to the Monitoring tab and enable Trace to view message processing details. Here we can verify that the file read operation using sender adapter works successfully. After parsing the content to make an HTTP call, we finally take the response and write it to a file using the SMB receiver adapter. This is how you can use SMB adapter to create all your file-based integrations.